Subscribe to Nigeria's Craziest. Press the bell icon and never miss another video update.
Nigeria's Craziest does not air review of any political parties, individuals, or religious group. This show is just for comedy purposes only. It might contain scenes with strong languages, strong satirical humor, links to a relative you might know, and references some may find offensive. If that kind of thing will offend you, Biko, close your browser now and get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Because that's what we did.
Comedians are absolutely insane. That means evil.
Shut up.
Good day, Mr. Sharma. Flower of Georgie, accurate timekeepers are my co-strikers, all the midfielders.
I have told you, do not come on any of these episodes and say nonsense. We are not in a debate.
Listen, the problem we are having is you don't think as I'm thinking.
How do you think?
But you think like a drunkard. Somebody that drinks tombo every time. You take small thing that can disruption your brain tumor cell. You understand? I can send you to cell you don't know. So that is why you see the way you want to give respect is Jamiris Coca. That is how it is.
I knew you were going to say rubbish. It's okay. Anyways, welcome to this episode. This episode is
FIS code. FIS code.
Okay, welcome to this FIS code.
Thank you.
This FIS code is about Malawi government withdrawing the criminal case against Shepard Bushiri.
What I even want them to do, they disown him. They should tear his first cost.
You didn't hear that they have withdrawn the criminal case against him. What are you saying? They are trying to keep their son. Is their son? Is not going anywhere.
Not doing well.
It's not going anywhere. Let them watch the video. When they come back, we will talk.
The Malawian High Court Judge Fiona Mwale has ruled that the criminal review proceedings against Prophet Shepard Bushiri and his wife Mary be discontinued following a request by the state to have the matter withdrawn. The state filed a withdrawal to concentrate on a new extradition procedure already underway. Director of Public Prosecution Stephen Kayuni said the court should withdraw the review application as there was a formal extradition request from South Africa where the two were on bail for fraud, theft, and money laundering charges. Prophet Bushiri's lawyer Wapona Kita told the court that he had no objections against the state's request to withdraw the case. Kita said his client, Prophet Bushiri, was satisfied with the decision of the court. Judge Mwale eventually ruled that the case be discontinued since both parties had agreed.
It's not up to the South African authorities at all to extradite him. You can request an extradition of Reverend Bushiri from Malawi, but it's up to the Malawian authorities to decide whether they're going to surrender Reverend Bushiri to the South African authorities. It's up to the Malawian authorities in terms of Malawian law to decide what to do, not up to the South African authorities at all.
I think it's going to be a lot of long months or even years before the Kaba is extradited to South Africa. So it's not as simple and straightforward as it looks. There's a whole legal process. There's a whole process that is to play out before they are extradited to South Africa.
The Director of Public Prosecution of Malawi had petitioned the court against the unconditional release of the Bushiris when a magistrate court ordered their release and stated that their arrest in Malawi was illegal. The ruling means that Malawi will now begin the extradition process, which experts say could take up to a year.
I think at least if it's in dispute, I think from my practical experience, it will at least take a year for everything to be done.
He says,
what is in our favor at the moment is that we have a bilateral and a regional treaty with Malawi. That is why the minister is now responsible for dealing with that. As I said in the beginning, if that is not the case, then the president must get involved to give the green light. And that can sometimes cause even more delay because the relation between the two countries are maybe not so well. They don't have treaties. So that is why you have to go up to the level of the president to give the green light. But in this instance, when I was at the NPA, we've also asked for extradition, to Malawi. And, they've granted it to us. I think I'm not a politician, so I don't know what really happens between closed doors. But as you can see from the statement issued by our Minister of Justice, he said that he's very encouraged. There's a good cooperation between the two countries, and hopefully that will not cause a problem.
The SADC treaty to be brought to a test within the Malawi judicial system, because the mere fact that we signed that treaty does not automatically mean that it is part of the laws of Malawi. According to our constitution, it's supposed to be domesticated under section 211 of the constitution. So perhaps when this matter goes to court, that should be one of the arguments which perhaps the lawyers will have to tussle, whether the SADC protocol, the SADC treaty is part of the laws of Malawi, which can be used for purposes of extradition in this particular case. Beyond that, beyond the SADC treaty, there is an extradition act, which governs all sorts of extraditions in Malawi with regard to countries which have got arrangements when it comes to extradition.
It is recalled that the Minister of Homeland Security, Richard Chimwendo Banda, signed the extradition papers last week.
Oh, they are back.
Welcome back.
See, what you need to know is that Malawi, they know what they are doing. They just signed that extradition paper so that South Africa will calm down. South Africa will not be jumping. Oh, Malawi did not sign my extradition paper. Now South Africans are happy that they want to extradite. You can hear what that man is saying. The man is saying that it's up to Malawi to decide if they want to extradite Bushiri.
Hey!
It's not whatever South Africa does is not Malawi's problem.
So this man,
it's up to Malawi to decide if they will extradite Bushiri or not.
So every Igbo act that this man has done, he has done it and he has got cost free. He has gone cost free.
See, the only thing Bushiri will lose, as far as I'm concerned, is his properties in South Africa.
Which properties? No, did he work for it? Did he use his money to? Did he do any legit work to gather that properties? Is it not the South African money that he collected? He used to do all these things.
It doesn't matter. The properties are in his name. Even the ones he bought for his pastors, they are all in his name.
So wait, the ones he bought for a own pastor.
The pastors that are under him now, the ECG pastors.
That means if the pastor decide to leave today, he will
collect everything. All the cars, everything is under Bushiri's. It's not the tactics. They use it to hold people now. You know the charlatans, when you see them, they use that tactics to hold people. So now, you cannot leave. You will just be there with them. If you leave, you lose everything.
Oh, so Malawian government or Malawi government. So this is what you are doing. You are tying down a thief, a scammer. You are, you are using rope.
There's a saying in Africa. He's a thief, but don't touch him. He's our thief.
Which kind of rubbish you talk now? I can never understand this.
You don't understand. Like you're a malu, you're a cow. If somebody from the north steals, all the people that have been stealing our money from the north, the northern people say they should prosecute them. Yeah. Anytime they want to prosecute them, what do the northern youth say? They say leave them.
Leave them, yes.
Even though the money is not getting into their pocket.
That's true.
So he's a thief, but leave him. He's our thief. If Igbo man thief, Igbo people will say don't touch him. He's a thief. But leave him, is our thief. And that is why Africa is in a spiral of poverty. That is why poverty will finish Africa, because of our ideology. There is no repercussion for crime. People do not pay for crimes they commit. So it's a problem in Africa.
So the thing is now, the government of Malawi, they are even backing this guy up, back to back. They are giving him more confidence.
Yes.
They are giving him more confidence to do other rubbish that he wants to do. And he started to establish all these things in Malawi.
Yes.
Whether Malawi are smart, whether they are not smart, they will still fall victim. There's no two ways about it.
There are still mumu people in Malawi that will fall victim.
They will still fall.
There is no how. There is still mumu people in Malawi that will fall victim. And don't forget, you still have the neighboring countries. People will still find way. Maybe on our comments, some people are saying they will find way to go. South Africans, they will still find way
to go there.
To bribe at the border. They will still find way to reach Malawi to see Bushiri. So it's
a pity for a lot of people in silence.
It's the
pity for people in silence. But this Malawian government, you are not doing the right thing. That's just the truth. You are not. Do you know a lot of life that this man have destroyed? Why can't you allow him to go and go and face?
You know the irony? Bushiri is not even up to 40.
40 years.
Like, Bushiri is like 37, 36, 37.
Are you serious?
Bushiri is not up to 40 years now. And you see those old men calling him Papa.
They have to call him Papa because of the power behind the Fafa. Oh!
You see this young boy like this, duping people's fathers.
I dey think who fit dupe me for this life? I don't think I'm tire. I don't think I'm tire. Highest thing that you can dupe me is when you borrow money from me.
I know somebody that have done you that one well.
That you borrow money from me that you will not pay back. Finish. But you just come and tell me there's one oil that your family member will use. They will disappear into World Bank and carry all the money. I will just be looking at you.
You will just withdraw money and give them because you don't have sense. You don't have sense.
Nobody can scam me. Only way you can use to scam me is when you say borrow me money.
And you run
and away. I pity you to borrow you and you don't pay back. I will say okay, maybe I'll call that one scam. That is the only way. But you come and be telling me bring one thing and do this. Please.
Okay, Malawi.
I have to go.
Malawi, for once, please do the right thing.
I tell you.
See, even if you are not going to, in fact, do the right thing. Let's not talk.
Just contradict him back to the country.
Let him go back to South Africa.
Let him go and face all these things.
Please do the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah? Because the thief you cover today, tomorrow, he will thief in your country.
He will see thief the country.
In your country.
He will destroy the country. He will bring the name into. He will bring the name on the in the mud shore. You know mud shore.
What's that?
You know they say somebody should not drag the name in the mud shore. You don't know mud shore. You don't know mud shore. Mud shore. Mud shore. Yes, combination mud shore.
What's the shore there?
It's mud shore. That pronunciation mud shore.
Okay.
That you are not sure about. You are not dragging the name mud shore.
Okay.
So it's not good.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching this episode.
FS Code. Thank you for watching this FS Code.
And don't forget, for a token fee, you can have your product displayed on our table while we talk. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at LaughMayor and follow him on Instagram at John Joshua Comedian. Don't mind the fact that we fight though. It's just banter. Sometimes I might give him blow and his eye will swell up. All is banter. Thank you very much.